Hey, my name is Dylan Fiesel. I'm from the radio station. I'm joined alongside
Jordan Hopfee
from Hopfee's Training Center, and the roundabout here in Weyburn has been open for about a week or so now,
something like that.
And it's scary. Like change, everything is scary. So we decided, well, these guys, they're trained and they train people how to drive a roundabout with the semi. So if we can do it in the semi, should be able to do it in a vehicle for the most part, give or take. So, Jordan, how long have you been running the Hopfee Training Center?
We actually opened up in 2020
as
far as Hopfee, and before that, people might actually know the name of Third Day Training Centers, the company I bought.
Cool. So you've been doing this for a few years already, eh?
Absolutely. Quite a bit.
Awesome. What's the one thing with your job that maybe nobody knows about that you'd like folks to know a little bit more?
If I can't see you, if you can't see me in my mirror, I can't see you.
That's fair.
So it's one of those, please give me some space while we're teaching.
Absolutely. Yeah, so heading to the roundabout, you kind of have to, I would assume, take a little bit of care before you get there.
Plan ahead, because this railroad tracks really can goof you up. And then the big thing that I'm doing is actually looking to my left, because that's your yield. So anyone to your left, you want to yield to.
Like that guy.
Yeah. So right now, I am just hyper paying attention to that side. And we're actually going to take a left here just to go on the full tour.
Loop.
Yeah.
So that's your signage there. So you pick the area you want to go. Yeah, nice and slow into it. Of course, we're at 5 o'clock and the sun's right in your eyes, so it's about as tried and true tested as possible. So
absolutely. And there's somebody there. So now, make sure he's exiting. Just because people don't quite know what we're doing, but now we're over here, but we're taking the inside lane because we're taking a left. So I don't want to go over there. You want to go up on the curve a little bit if you need to, but I'd rather not.
You can see those marks. Those are for Super Bs or long trailers to take. Those are okay for semi-tires to drive on. If you got a truck though, or a passenger vehicle, you probably shouldn't be driving on that. But we just came from 13 past the training center and did a full loop, and now we're on the 39 south.
Absolutely.
And in rush hour, Weyburn traffic, that's not so bad. I guess maybe what's you're training new drivers, and did you ever expect that you'd have to train them on a roundabout?
I did not. That is the one thing that I thought out of rural Saskatchewan I would not have to deal with. But I would say that it comes across way more scary than it is. Look to your left, watch your signage, see which lane you need to be in, pick your lane and go.
Yeah.
It's not hard, it's just getting used to what is to expect next.
For sure.
The big thing is to stay calm. We can deal with a lot of goof ups. People can deal with a lot of you learning and everything that way. It is if you start goofing up, how are you handling that? Because that is going to dictate how you exit that and then proceed on to keep on learning. Whereas if you aren't calm, then we're just stuck in the middle of everything.
Yeah,
that's where it can get bad.
I guess, yeah, having the right mindset is probably the number one factor for trucking.
Absolutely. That's really what it comes down to, is confidence, because a lot of that translates to speed control. So if you are feeling overconfident, you are flying by these guys at 50 kilometers an hour or something, that's not a good thing either. And then the other thing is when, I'm going to just double check my mirror here, but then you go all the way over here because you're terrified of what's beside you there, but you're not looking in front of you.
Yeah.
So the big thing is, as you said, confidence of, you are big, yes, but you need to be aware of how big you are so you don't do something like that and put yourself or other people at risk too. So we're gonna actually take this right and head back towards my shop here. So this one's a little bit different because I'm taking the inside lane.
Right lane, you're wanting to go right towards Carlisle in this
Absolutely.
sense.
But still looking to my left, making sure nobody's coming. Because I'm so big, I can't fit just by one single lane.
You'll run onto that, and that's not
Absolutely.
as ideal. But said any of this red stuff, that is for truckers,
Absolutely.
you know, to have their tires. That's why the curbs aren't sharp.
Yep, right there. And then we're going to take up all the inches and then stay right up against that curb as much as we can. Swing back in and take my first available lane to speed up to let everybody else go by on my left.
Nice.
And make sure you're checking for trains, because it's really easy to focus there and then totally forget there's something else up here that requires your attention.
Well, in this train especially, because it's an angled one, when you have a big rig, you know, you can't just look straight behind you. You don't have a, it's not as easy to shoulder check either, because you got a trailer in your way. So
Absolutely. There you go, sir.
So for those who don't know, before I got into the radio game, I have my 1A. I got it about 5 years ago. Grew up on a farm in central Saskatchewan. Of course, needed it for the farm, but I also drove professionally, 2 years hauling scrap metal. So I'm a little overqualified than your trainers, I would say, but for the most part, you made it look pretty easy, so I'll try my best to make it look easy.
Absolutely.
What would you say, you know, for your job, how rewarding it is to see drivers, you know, end up becoming successful and getting their 1A and doing everything that they set out to do?
Extremely. Like, I actually just had a kid not that long ago, I think like this last month, never even seen the third pedal on a vehicle. And to teach him and to show him, let alone how to drive, but the experience of driving one of these and watch him fall in love with it as to why I enjoy what I do, that's the super exciting part.
So for the most part, no trains. Looks like after this guy, I'm fairly safe.
Absolutely.
So I'm kind of staying in this gear right now. It's about 30k an hour. Seems to like it.
And there's no point to speeding up when slowing down and stopping if you absolutely need to. That's the other big thing I try and teach, is the take your time. You got lots of it, so just take it. Perfect. And we'll take the left here. Make sure you're staying in control if you can. There you go. And I've come to a stop just because he is right there. Perfect. And now we're staying on all of our edges to try and keep our tires off the curbs, but as you said earlier, we can go on them. But you're just keeping your head on a swivel at all times, staying in your lane. And see, this is coming from instructor. I actually would have stayed in that lane over there because you were in that lane to begin with.
Makes sense.
Yep.
And for these trucks that folks don't know, it takes a long time to get going and a long time to stop.
Absolutely,
So,
yep.
That's why following distance is so key, and that's why you always want to make sure you're, you know, as a passenger vehicle, try and stay out of the way as much as possible.
Yep, as we said earlier, like if you can't see me in your mirror, back off a bit. Give me a little bit of space. I need to be able to see you to be able to keep you safe too.
Said being as big as you are does offer some benefits, because I mean, for the most part, whoever you run into is going to have worse time than you are.
Absolutely. However, I did find out a fun fact for you.
What's that?
Did you know that semi-units do not have airbags as far as inside the cab?
I feel like that would be almost, I guess the word redundant when you're hauling 70 tons of steel, but I actually did know that, and I know the reason behind it too.
Well, you tell me then.
Well, if you're hauling, let's say, Super Bs, like I used to do, and you get into a collision, say with a deer, pretty common, the airbags go off, well, you just took a gigantic punch to the face, and now you have a gigantic airbag in front of you with 70 tons of steel hurtling down the road at
100 kilometer an hour, because that deer did not slow you down.
That didn't stop you at all. A car wouldn't stop you. Pretty much a train is about the only thing that'll stop you.
Absolutely.
So the airbags, they for the most part, won't save your life in a semi anyway.
All it'll do is cause a problem.
Kind of like you said, it looks scarier than what it is.
Absolutely, yeah.
The first roundabout I ever took when I was hauling scrap metal was in Manitoba, right south of Winnipeg.
Oh.
And that's not as nice of a roundabout as this.
No. Well, and I went long hauling in, 401 and out in Ontario, and a little Saskatchewan boy, 100 kilometer an hour and 6-7 lanes of traffic one direction. He definitely woke you up to the real world of trucking in a hurry. So now you can see that somebody's going in there, and we're going to actually steal just that little white checkered bird part. And then we're going to watch back here. Whoop. Button up, sir. Button.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
that's what.
Whoop. Now it's button down, and yeah, foot to the floor. There you go.
There you go.
And big thing, don't panic. And all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. Keep going. There you go. Watching back there. Watching over here.
You want me to stay in this lane? Then
Nope, back to your first available actually. Right there. Whoop.
Oh, that's good.
Perfect. Because it goes from one lane into 2 lanes, you always want to pick your first available because this is the one we speed up in.
That is how to take a roundabout. And I even simulated what would happen in a slipped gear panic situation.
Exactly.
And it wasn't because I missed the gear, that's for sure. It's all under control. Well said that when you go only 30k an hour into a roundabout, not a lot of big accidents happen at 30k an hour.
Nope. And I think that's one of the reasons why they knocked it down a little bit there. I'm not sure if they'll pick it up, but as you said, 30k an hour, you'll get a fender bender, and that's about it. You're not going to hurt somebody significantly, even in one of these, as long as you're paying attention and come to an immediate stop.
Yeah, you'll probably just hurt some plastic. That'll be about it.
Yup. Alright. Perfect. Stop right there and get ready for tomorrow.